Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Chris with Crafty Chris. Sorry if I sound congested, I'm still getting over the flu, cold, I'm not sure what it was. But now I've got all the drainage going on. But I am going to be playing with the card kit from Simon Says Stamp from April of 2025. I've played with this a few times. I've used pieces from it, I think on a previous card too. I really like it. But I was watching a video a few weeks ago on this kit because that's just what I do. As I play YouTube on my TV in the living room as I do things, usually playing on my phone. But anyways, and it came through and then they were like, and then they started using the stencils and I'm like, did I get stencils? And sure enough, I did. I don't know why I did not notice that before. Because I have colored, I believe, this one and this one. Well, obviously I did, because you can tell when you use your stamps. So, I'm going to play with this a little bit. And I'm also going to use this forest background. I believe this is from their Die-cember. I have played with it a little bit and I do like it. Here's a card that I made with it. And I do like that. It looks good. So let's get crafting. Okay, we're going to start out by stamping some of these flowers because I'm not real sure where I'm going with this card. I don't have a pre-made card. I just know what I want to use and how I want to use it. Okay, I'm going to get this is a piece of 110 pound cardstock from Michaels. I just cut it in half. I always do that so I can always turn this into a card base if I don't use it. And let's see. Let's use the flowers I have not used. But before I do that, let me make sure the flowers I use have the stencils, because I didn't even know that it came with stencils. I don't know how I missed that. So if you noticed, if you have this card kit, or if you bought the cards separate, there's little like F1, F2, and then on the stencil itself has F2 on there. So we need F1. This is F1, so it does have a stencil. So we're going to go with that one. And I definitely want to do these butterflies because they're cute. Now that's B2. So what I'm going to do, just because I have a horrible memory, I'm going to write out here B2. What was this one? See what I mean? F1. Just so whenever I go to use the dies or the stencils, what was that one? That one is B5. Okay, and then we're going to use F4, because why not? I'm doing it far enough away so it doesn't show up if I... Let's do this little butterfly too. That's B1. I'm not going to do the little bitty one. So, let's go ahead and do the happy birthday. Like I said, we may not use all these. Let's go ahead and do thinking of you, just in case I change my mind. Okay. You can tell I've used that happy birthday. Let me turn this way. Okay. And these don't have stencil, so I don't need to write anything next to it. Okay. Let me get these out of the way. So we're going to use the Versafine Clair. Not tune. Stamp these up. Oh, these are pretty. Let me put a lid on that so I don't get ink all over us. Get my little hockey puck. You don't want to push too hard because all these lines are kind of fine. You can on this sentiment. That looks so good. Okay, well that dries. I'm going to go here to this. This is the die. I like it. At first when I saw it, I was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to put that together. And then I was like, Christopher, you like puzzles, so you should like this. So, what you want to do, you want to find different color greens and just kind of cut them out. This is the, because whenever I get something, I like to just play with it. But this one I left a little bit of a sky, but I think I'm going to go all the way up. But I may do a blue for the sky. So I need to find some greens. So let's, since these are going to, they don't have to be full pieces, let's go to our scrap, my little piece bag, which is getting a little thick. Let's see what, if I have any greens in here. This is my scrap bag. Oh, that's not green. Is that green? No. I may not have any green. This came in a card kit. I believe it's Spellbinders. Little pieces of paper. And they've got some greens in here. There's that. Those are cute. Is that green? Yeah, that's green. I may just have enough. How many do you think I'll need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. I need more than that. This is pretty good cardstock. I like that. It's not quite 110 pounds. I don't know what their cardstock is. I'll look that up before this video is posted. And maybe it'll pop up in a little bubble. Okay. This could be the top, the sky. Okay. But this is where I keep all my scraps. If that gets too full, unfortunately, the little pieces go into the thank you come again bin. I used to keep everything and then I just never really went back to it, so what's the point? Okay, I've got my Scrapbook.com paper here. Their Christmas smooth cardstock. Let's find their green. Right there. Okay, that's different. That'll work. Ooh. And then I've got their Festive Duo. So let's see, and this is faded, so one side's dark, one side's lighter, so 2 for 1 there. Maybe I should do this as the sky. This is Michael's 110-pound cardstock. I shouldn't really mess with the pounds though. So let's take that out because that's 110 pounds. So let's see here. Okay, all those are different. So let's see what we get here. I do want to start with the darkest at the bottom. Let's make sure y'all I'm doing this right. I'm trying to remember to always flip my plate. You're going to have plenty of little pieces to make another card, and I probably will. You can always cut this out with just white cardstock and then ink blend it however you like. And that should be our last one. Now we're going to glue this down to let it set in place. Oh, no, yeah. See how pretty that is? Okay, now what I forgot to do was cut a base. So I am not done. Because what I need now is this little square because I didn't cut one piece that was solid. So I'm going to take a piece of Michael's 110-pound cardstock and cut out this whole thing. What I'm looking for on this one is just this. So I need this to lay on here. I will definitely have to have glue. Not a whole lot. You can see I'm going to put a very light layer of glue. Oops. That will give me a chance to maneuver it around. If it doesn't go all the way to the edge, that's okay because we can trim that off. But we do need it to be okay. My mother got me this precision glue gun. I really like it. The glue that came in this is the glue I'm using, so, and I'll use it till it's gone. And I've used Barely Arts glue, I've used Gina K's Connect glue, I've used Simon Says stamp glue, now this glue. It's all been good. I do have to say I did not like the little bottle that Gina's glue comes in, that long bottle. I did not like that. But I don't normally leave my glue in their original bottles anyways. Always had that little one that I've always liked. Like this right now has Gina K's Connect glue in it. That we got in her 12 Days of Christmas kit. Okay. Okay, now we got that down. We're going to add some splatter so it will dry. I'm going to use Positively Perfect Splatter. I really like these little bottles. Let me find my... Oh, here it is. And my brush is bigger, so my little splat is bigger. I wanted to go right there and it just won't go. Okay. We are going to let that dry. We're going to kind of put this to the side over here. We need most of this to stick. The stencil to stick. So does this do the green and the yellow at the same time? I think so. So we're going to have to definitely mask off the bottom. Okay, I'm going to put some mint tape here to hold this down. And hopefully that will work. Okay. Then we're going to put some green here. Okay. We're going to cut that out. But if we were going to stencil this right onto the card, you would definitely want to cover that up. But that's okay. That's a daisy, I think. I don't know what color daisies are. So we're going to go with yellow. Okay, we're going to go with scattered straw and mustard seed. Seems to be my go-to. I did get the Tim Holtz label stickers. I got all 4. I sat on my sofa one day, went through, which I was surprised. I have most of them. These are the only ones I don't have, and I will have these when my next Simon Says Stamp card kit comes in. I've never used scattered straw, so we're going to. This is the mustard seed. I've got my little detail blender brush here. I'm going to use the scattered straws. I don't think that's going to be dark enough. Let's see. We have fossilized amber. Oh yeah. There we go. Now we need to do the green. Let's go with this Rustic Wilderness. Ooh. Oh, look how good that looks. Clean off my stencil. So let's go ahead and do this butterfly. We're going to do this one in pinks. So let's do worn lipstick and pick raspberry. Oh, that turned out good. B2. Do we have a B2? We've got a B2. Let's go with purple. Wilted violet and dusty Concord. Ooh, that's dark. That was Seedless preserves. Let's put the purples up. Let's go with a blue butterfly. Uncharted Mariner. Broken China. Broken China is pretty. Gonna use up what's on the brush. Okay. Okay, this one's F4. Those little things are white. I think what we'll do with this since these little things are white anyways, we're going to use the glossy accents. We're going to go with scattered straw on this and just use a little brush. Now we're going to go with our greens. I'm going to go a little bit heavier, just right down this edge. And we've gotten all these colored, or inked, however you want to put it. Oh look, that ran. Oops. Oh well, we're going to cut that out. Hopefully that doesn't affect the dye, but we're going to have to let that dry though before I go and cut it. Let's see, that turned out really good. All of these did. Really helped me writing this out, so I knew which one I was using. So let's let this dry, and I'll cut these out off screen, and then we will assemble our card. We just have one, thinking of you, and then a little butterfly there. That's cute too. And then all these could go in another card. What do we think? What do I think? I like this. This is cute. And these are pretty thick, so I could just lay this down without dimension, because you don't want the card too thick, especially if you're going to mail it. Because this is pretty thick, because it's 2 pieces of a 110-pound cardstock, so I don't really see a point in popping this up. I do want this to kind of go like that right there. That turned out really good using the glossy accents on that. Now don't forget to go over to my social medias. I've got Facebook, Instagram. I always post these cards on, I always post my cards before they go on YouTube, usually the same day. So you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm getting better with social media. I've never been big on, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've got everybody on my personal Facebook, and I read everything they're doing, but I don't usually post. That's just me being nosy. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to get Mr. Pig out and pop him down. Now I do need this to be a little straight. Okay. And then if I decide to make another card using the scraps from this card and then these extra ones, because that's just too pretty to just put in a file and let it waste away. But anyways, oh, hold on. Let's let that dry. While he dries, let's do a card base. Now this is going to cover up the entire card base, so there's really no need to do a colored card base. Let's do a top folding card base, only because I have that piece already cut out. Now the top foldings are, when you cut these out, you cut them at 4 1/4, and then you score them at 5 1/2. So opposite of what you do for a normal side folding card base. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. So 5 1/2. I do put this down just to hold the paper. And I got this little scoring tool at Dollar Tree a long time ago. I don't know if they still have them or not. Make sure your blade's away. This one did come with a scoring tool, but I didn't think I'd ever use it, so I took it off and I think I threw it away. Oops, should have done that, but I did. Okay, so you hide the worm. heard somebody say that. I do like to match up the edges before I varnish. I got a little bit of splatter in there. That's okay. Y'all, this card turned out real pretty. Let's make sure it covers everything, since I had to doctor the side there. As you can see, it's kind of right there. That's okay. I was like, why did I use that? But I forgot that's what we did for the sky. I was like, I never use colored card base. I would think I was being sponsored by Sweet Petunia, but I am not. And if you do not have one of these, I suggest you go get one or order it. My mom got me that for Christmas, so Scrapbook.com. And they always have coupon codes and free stuff. Like I got the 2 little Coca-Cola bottles that I need to use. I thought those would go good in the waffle flower postage collage, which I have a video of that coming up if it's not already posted, but there we go. Oh, that turned out so cute. And then I've got these extra pieces here that I will use with all these extra pieces. But I got to figure out how to do that. And I definitely don't want to do that on camera. Nobody needs to see that. Thank you for joining me for today's video. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. And please be sure to follow me on all of my social media channels. Until next time, stay crafty, my friends.